Hi everyone, my name is Rilin Robin. Today I would like to present before you about my culture. I'm from India, and Indian culture is actually a crazy mix of different religions, regions, and languages. And our tagline is like unity in diversity, because every state has got its own culture, and it varies from as you move from north to south or from east to west. And I have heard people saying that in India we speak a language called Indian, which is actually absolutely wrong, because every state has got like different its own languages. Like it's like there are 20 different languages in India, and each region has got its own signature dishes with mind-blowing flavors and spices that will literally make your taste buds dance. And from ancient traditions to modern influences, Indian culture is all about finding that perfect balance between the old and new. So we have got temples, mosques, and ashrams where people go to and to find their soul and connect with something bigger. So it's as I've said about languages, we have got different languages spoken, and it's like a kind of like a linguistic wonderland. It's all about celebrating life, respecting others, and finding that harmony in everything we do. Talking about this, I'm from Kerala, which is actually a small state located in the southern part of India. The place has got its own unique identity, and we have got mind-blowing art forms like Kathakali and Mohiniyattam that brings dance and music to life in the most vibrant way possible. And about the food, the Kerala cuisine will straight up blow your taste buds, because we have got a lot of spice and savory going on. Um, Talking about the festivals, we celebrate mainly Onam and Vishu, and it brings the whole community together, no matter what your religion is, in a colorful explosion of joy. And the natural beauty of Kerala, from the backwaters to the chill beaches, it's all part of the cultural fabric. So, as we dive into the Kerala culture, we are all about embracing the customs, the welcoming, and as well as the love for nature and the lip smacking food and the breathtaking beauty that Kerala has to offer. And Kerala is often called as God's own country, because you can find it in how close we are to nature. You can find out. Onam, that is actually the traditional festival of Kerala, and that brings everyone together. So you have got the Thiruvathira dance, where we dance with grace, and the real star is actually the Sadhya, which you can see from the picture. It's actually a feast, and it's actually a lip-smacking vegetarian dishes served on a banana leaf along with 13 other side dishes, and the aroma itself can make your mouth water. And the Pookalam, it is actually called as the floral carpet, and there has been a lot of competitions that going on selecting the groove with the best floral carpet presentation. And the real excitement is actually the Vallamkali boat race. That means it is a boat race. They created snake boats, and it battles on the backwater, and the crowd actually goes wild and cheers, and it's actually a spectacle that I never want to miss. So Onam is all about coming together, forgetting our differences, and celebrating the unity as well as the spirit of Kerala. So this is actually the festival or the culture of my hometown. So you can realize how it varies from each state, and everything put forward in a nutshell is actually the Indian culture. So it's absolutely unity in diversity. Talking about my family, they're everything. So we are tight knit and we are full of love. And I have my father, my mother, my brother, my younger brother, as well as my grandmother. I lost my grandfather a couple of years ago, and we are always got our back no matter what. And my parents, they used to work abroad, so it was my grandparents who raised me up. So I was really close with them. And my mother, she's actually a nurse, and my father is an electrician. They both were abroad, and my mother is still in Qatar. And my younger brother, he completed his schooling now, and he's currently trying to pursue his education abroad. So like my family, I'm blessed to have such a beautiful family in my life, and they are my rock as well as my pillar of support. And I couldn't ask for a better and more loving family members than them. I'm blessed to have them in my life. Uh, Talking about the education, so I completed my bachelor's in botany. Botany is all about plant science from Mahatma Gandhi University, and I didn't want to stop there because my parents have always motivated me to push off my horizons. So I want to do a diploma in biotechnology. So I was itching for more. I wanted to explore, to learn, and soak up the different cultures. So that's how my research ended at Centennial College, and that's actually a place that matches with my ambitions and the academic smarts with the diverse melting pot that is actually Centennial. And I can feel that in just the 2 months of my journey here, and I'm ready to make the real difference in my career, and I'm aspiring to grow and mold as a person, as an individual. So I took So I selected this particular course called biotechnology. So this is actually a 1 year course at Sentinel College. So biotechnology has always fascinated me, and I always loved working with microorganisms. And I wanted to gain specialized knowledge and skills to make a mark in my field. So Sentinel College has got its own a reputation in the field of biotechnology and the state of art, the facilities and hands-on learning, and it always gives me a competitive edge on the job market. So the multicultural environment at Centennial College, it is actually exciting, and it is really aiding me in developing my passion, and I'm ready to dive in, and I'm looking forward to learn more from my college. The definition of culture, it is all about what a group of people have in common. Like it's like their values, their traditions, and how they do things. Like it makes them what or whom they really are, and it shapes their whole behavior, and it's like their ID and where they come from and how they roll. So culture is definitely important because it affects every part of people's life and how they talk to how they act or how they party. So each group has got its own unique flavor, and that what makes the world so rad. So understanding and respecting different cultures is all about building bridges and embracing the beauty in diversity. So that's actually my definition of culture. Talking about success, success in my perspective is not about how well you are connecting, you are climbing the corporate ladder and so on. It's all about doing activities that makes you really happy. Like if at the end of the day, if you're able to go to sleep with a peace of mind and a sense of satisfaction, that's really what I want. So it's all about making things that doing things that makes me happy, having a peace of mind, and following my passion, helping others and not making any others cry because of my action. So it's what success means to me, and not about all the material things. It do matter, but in the long term I realize that it doesn't matter at all. So that's what success is all about in my opinion. Talking about religion in my country, it's actually a very big deal in our country because we got all these different beliefs coexisting peacefully, and it's something to be very proud of as an Indian. And India is a secular state, so we accommodate all sort of religions, whether you are Christian or Indian or Hindu or Muslim or Sikh or whatever be like, we are able to peacefully coexist together. So personally, I was born into a Christian faith in Kerala, and I am a Catholic, and I try to continue my spirituality, and but it's not just that. It's in Kerala, especially, it's all about embracing the celebrations of every religion. So I love getting the spirits of it all and appreciating the diverse cultures that comes with each festivity. And the best part is that since we are a secular state, we used to get holidays for every religious festival. So that's something that made us really happy. So this mindset of inclusivity, it brings us together and it promotes unity and shows respect for all the beautiful religious customs that we got going on. So talking about the physical contacts, we have got many customs. So it's all about showing respect and following the cultural norms. So when we are with friends or people in our age, we usually give a shake hand or hugs or a kiss on the cheek. And when it comes to our elders, it's a whole different. So we have to show them some serious reverence, like touching their feet or putting our hands together as a sign of respect. And in India, we call them as namaste. But when it comes to close family, we usually hug or kiss the person. Uh, making that physical contact. So at the end, it's all about honoring our traditions and making sure that we show the right level of respect to different folks, and it varies according to different ages. About the rules of respect as well as disrespect, respecting others. So in India, like calling elders by their name, it's actually really not cool, or it's not. It Our culture doesn't promote that. So we have to use proper honorifics or terms of respect, like addressing them as sir or madam, or using the language respectfully, be it a professor or be it a teacher or be it a boss. We always have to address them as sir, ma'am, or madam. So whenever an elder steps or walks into the room, we have to be on our feet, and that's how we show respect. And if he doesn't do that, it's actually a sign of disrespect. But like, not every culture does this in the same way. But what is respectful to our culture might not be the same for everyone. So different societies have their own customs and traditions and their own ways of respecting others, and I think we have to respect that too. So in India, these are the main methods by which we show respect, and talking back to elders is often considered as a form of disrespect. Um, like personally, I'm all about being an individualist because it's about putting my goals and desires first and prioritizing my happiness and embracing personal freedom and making choices that really line up with my values. So taking charge of my life gives me that power to go after my dreams and to be true to myself. But I'm not closed off to the other ways of thinking. I totally respect that some people are into collectivism where they prioritize, the needs of the group over themselves. It's all about finding that particular spot where you can be true to who you are while respecting the perspectives of others. So me personally, I'm an individualist, but I do respect the vision of a collectivist too. Uh, Talking about whether I come from a high context or a low context culture. So in our culture, it's all about reading between the lines. So we dig the non-verbal cues and hidden meanings in our communication style. So it's like a secret language that only the insiders can understand. So we rely on gestures, on tones, and unspoken vibes, to get our messages relayed across. So and we express them in different ways, like maybe in the form of art or music. So so it's all about the that unspoken way of communication. So like, it's not easy to read between the lines in my culture. So the this whole implicit communication thing brings us closer as a community, and in my opinion, it actually strengthens our bond. So being able to catch those hidden messages and understand the unsaid matters is what makes us all high context and closely packed. Um, so moving to an entirely different country, be it in a different continent, it wasn't easy. I thought that because for the past 23 years I have been living in India with my home, with my parents, in our home. So it wasn't easy for me to move across an entirely different country. So but the thing is that Indians, uh, you know being happy that India do have a different cultural background, adjusting to a new locality, especially in Canada, it wasn't difficult because I've been used to this. So Indian culture is all about diversity in university in diversity in unity in diversity, and embracing different culture and adapting to various different culture environment. Because as I've said, like every state is different, every state and every place is different, and you can find a multicultural environment, and the same is applicable in Canada too. Multiculturalism, and they always accommodate and they are inclusive, so it actually creates a super welcoming feeling for people from diverse background like me. So there are a lots of multicultural communities and resources around, making it even easier for people like me, international students like me, to settle in become and become a part of the new culture. Talking about personal culture and national culture, um, there are some things which I highly grieve upon, like in big areas. I have got, I have seen, issues with waste management, like um, especially in urban areas, like in India, we don't have the right systems in place. So it causes all sort of issues like improper waste disposal, pollution, and healthcare issues and all. And the other thing which I have to point out is traffic. With more and more people shifting to cities, it's getting pretty congested in cities. But people are always stepping up to tackle these problems, because everyone sees this as their own problem instead of the problem of a community. So the government has got many initiatives going, like Swachh Bharat, and communities are getting involved, and they are pushing for sustainable solutions as well as better infrastructure facilities. So it's all about working together and coming up with ideas to keep our environment clean, and to make the transportation facilities smoother. Another important thing which I love about India, or about the similarities with my own culture, is the family values. We put emphasize on our family values, like showing our respect to our elders and keeping our close knit family bonds strong. And community support is also a very big deal. Like we stick together and help each other out when times get tough. So when it comes to our roots, we are all about preserving our cultural heritage. So we keep our tradition going through storytelling, folklore, and different other various art forms. So, and about hospitality, that's another thing which I have to say specifically. The guests are always treated like gods. We always put our guests in front, and so we show them love, respect, and culture. So that's just how we roll in my culture. And coming to Canada, I haven't faced I haven't faced that I was left out or something, because Canada is all about being an inclusive country. It's really accommodating, and I've seen people from different ethnicity or with different background coming together, staying together as a family. I've always had this idea of getting or feeling left out, but I haven't faced it in my life. Because of my race, or because of my cultural heritage. So it's really an accommodating country. So that's all about my culture. Thank you so much.